a very small, frail kid sat where you are sitting now. Most kids are in the commons eating and socializing, but he sat alone in a quiet room playing chess online. He was living in his own world. Stress, loneliness, and anxiety quickly crept into his daily life, and nothing seemed to work. One day, his brother decided to take him out to the gym, and that's where it all changed. Though constantly complaining about the ticklish feeling he got on the leg curls and how the calf raises were tough on his shoulders, he pushed on to find the answer he was looking for. Getting freaking jacked. At least that's how it started. For the physical change I chased quickly turned into a mental one, as throughout that year, I gained mental strength and resilience like never before. One of the biggest signs of this change was, oddly enough, my heart. I vividly recall whenever I would get up to present in front of our small class or simply raise my hand to contribute, my heart would suddenly race, leaping out of my chest. I would get that head rush feeling as blood rushed around my whole body, all because I wanted to respond to a simple question. But after lifting, when I get up to present in front of the whole class, my heart rate doesn't rise much at all. The torrent of blood has ceased. And the studies support this. Meta-analysis completed by Brett R. Gordon and colleagues analyzed the effects of resistance training, which is just training that involves weighted resistance, like weightlifting or calisthenics, on anxiety, showcasing a 1/3 standard deviation of improvements across all participants, 1/2 among those already with elevated anxiety conditions. And other studies, such as those done by Nicholas, Jason, and Barbara, show that resistance training provides consistent gains in self-efficacy and global self-worth. The evidence is mounting. And the physical changes of weightlifting are also not to be glossed over. The sedentary lifestyle of COVID caused me to grow weak and slightly underweight. Returning to school, I always seemed to have some random ache or pain. Perhaps I had some light pain in my shoulder from lifting my backpack up incorrectly, or in my foot from trying to run the day before. Whenever I would try and join a sports team, like wrestling or rowing, I would get a more serious injury like tendonitis not 3 months into the sport, causing me to fall back and quit the team. I was getting injured by simply living. But lifting was the remedy. My whole assortment of shoulder exercises built solid delts that easily withstood daily wear and tear, calf raises allowing me to run with speed and distance like never before. Through lifting, I was finally able to live life without getting injured from existing. And there's reasoning behind this. You see, muscle tissue is very metabolically expensive for your body, a kilogram of muscle burning 3 times the calories as a kilogram of fat. If you don't tell your body you need stronger muscles and bones by putting heavy loads on them, your body will atrophy them as a means to save energy. This leads to a multitude of issues, such as some chronic diseases like diabetes, overall issues like lower energy, and what I faced, increased injury risk, to name a few. And young people are far from exempt. Traditional bone and muscle loss can begin as early as your 20s, with the average inactive adult experiencing a 3 to 8% loss of muscle per decade. And cardio, though vital for your cardiovascular system, is not the best solution as it doesn't place maximal tension on the body. You usually need to take a break from running because you're out of breath, not because your quadricep muscle has completely failed on you, making that next step physically impossible. And now, I'm sure you've heard of a similar speech thousands of times, and the question isn't whether you want to go to the gym, but whether you have the time for it. So let's put a number on it. How much time should you be spending in the gym? While there are countless metrics we can use to measure this, making it hard to find one exact number, we can look to a meta-analysis done by Shalindra and colleagues on adults over the age of 18, which found that the optimal amount of time to spend resistance training to reduce your all-cause mortality risk was a singular hour per week, reducing risk by 27%. That means by lifting a singular hour per week, you become over a quarter less likely to die, gaining time through not just quality, but also quantity. And you don't need to have the best workout split, the perfect form, or the ideal intervals. I myself get rather sloppy in my form, and that's okay. The only thing that matters in the gym is training hard, which is training within 2 reps of failure to the point where you physically can't get that weight up, and training consistently, which is training on a regular basis, even if just once a week. Everything else related to the gym is largely unimportant. To clarify, diet and sleep are still 2 very important factors in making sure that the muscle building stimulus gets turned into actual muscle. But with regards to getting that muscle building stimulus, training hard and consistently is all that matters. If you need a place to start, I'd recommend some of the main compound lifts, which are just lifts that involve multiple muscle groups at the same time. These are the back squat, Romanian deadlift, bench press, and chest-supported or seated rows. If lifting significant weight on a barbell is a little intimidating, gyms offer a plethora of machines that train the exact same muscles, giving you plenty of options. And you don't need to be lifting hundreds of pounds in the first place. You should just strive to lift a little more than you did before, be that with hundreds of pounds or not. So that's all I ask of you. Dedicate a singular hour a week to lifting, and soon you'll see a stronger, less stressed, and overall happier you. Thank you.